Let's build a web application. We'll need to include the following: proper semantics and syntax, an HTML5 API, JavaScript and a JavaScript framework, a way to store and manipulate data, such as the database, using app caching or local storage, an advanced multi-platform web application, such as a presentation.
A website developer uses two primary skills: using effective programming languages and creating a visual and functional user experience website. Take the painter Bob Ross, for example. He starts out with a blank canvas, but with different looks, layout structure, and using different painting techniques, he can create a unique picture that all viewers can enjoy. The same goes for semantics and syntax coding on a web page.
APIs are used to bring functionality into an HTML5 website. HTML5 APIs include different elements such as the Canvas API, which allows us to incorporate shapes and animations into our website. We can also make use of external APIs, which allow visitors to fill out forms and interact with other websites within our own. That way, we create more interesting websites that would otherwise provide only static information.
What is a JavaScript framework? That question will be put to the test by this analysis. JavaScript frameworks comparison include Angular, Knockout, Ember, and Backbone. These are the top 4 Java packages in today's HTML5 market. JavaScript frameworks denote that developers are responsible for writing the pieces of code. This code gets called by the library framework when various actions are launched via HTML5, example, via Backbone.js, Ember, or Jasmine. Libraries are packages of code that typically get called by your application to perform a task like DOM manipulation or HTTP.
Bootstrap is a popular front-end framework for designers. It combines JavaScript and jQuery technologies to create fluid and responsive designs. Bootstrap can be combined with the AngularJS web application framework into a framework known as UI Bootstrap. When these two technologies are combined, it takes the best from both worlds to create a leaner and more responsive application design option. HTML5 provides several technologies for us to store and manipulate data. We can use a simple database, such as local storage, to store and manipulate key and string pairs. We can use something more advanced, known as IndexedDB, to store more complex data sets. IndexedDB is normally a technology that we will require an internet connection. However, we can store data offline using a manifest file and app caching. The manifest file tells the user agent which files it needs to store so we can run the application in an offline setting. An advanced multi-platform web application brings the functionality of an otherwise isolated application into the web browser. To do this, we combine HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript to include effects such as animations, or to store data. For example, we can create a cross-browser presentation that displays without the need for the user to install a specific program.
Through the process of communication and personal experience, each individual is able to bring together our brainstorming and pick and choose ideas from each person and compare them to see what fits the group the best. Working with JavaScript coding was a challenge because when coding your basic web page, you constantly have to remember that there is a open and close bracket for each section. With JavaScript coding, there has to be an open and close for each individual script for the JavaScript that you are going to be using. Exploring resources on hand is a great way to overcome challenges. The challenges that we faced with designing these web pages and web applications were overcome via video tutorials from lynda.com and text tutorials via w3schools.com. Some important tips to remember when working with web design and web coding. Make sure you memorize what code that you're going to be using the most often so it is on hand at all times. One other thing to memorize is to constantly have comment sections for other coders.
The brainstorming in week 5 is real helpful. It's helpful in any really situation like this. Everybody was very informative, nice. Each week, it's nice to see the reviews and hear people's comments, or see them, and really get your creativity going and really show you where you need to go as a designer, because it helps get you focused, see what you're lacking and you may need to work on. It helps show ideas. Like for instance, I know some people had trouble with the Java because there was a lack of direction, and seeing where other people did things to add the Java, and like, hey, there's something I can use next time, and the feedback. It's really good to have. It makes a lot of stuff easier, and it gives you insight on things that you